Alright guys, we're going to build the train. We're going to do a little bit different this time. So I just bring out 3 tracks. Some of you guys already got the track completed. That's okay. So we're going to do the best we can. We're going to lock that down. That little 3 lines right there will lock your train in place. You don't actually have to lock it to the point of origin, but it'll lock it in place. Bring out all the parts, the cow guard, axles, and that's the collar and back pin there, the bumper. And let's go ahead and get that all put on there. We'll bring out all the other stuff later. Alright, so we're going to pick the Revolute, and actually we need to switch that to fasten, but we'll fix that here in a second. Alright, so we're going to pick the face of the cattle guard and the face of the train, and we're going to click place, and we're going to rotate it around. Let's pick fastened, and rotate it around, spin it around, and place it. Alright, then we're going to place the chimney. Alright, so you can actually look at an angle and kind of get the right axis from looking through the side there. So there's a way, there's other ways to do this other than the way we've been doing it. Alright, so we're going to put this back collar on, and we're just going to pick the face of that and the face of the thing, and then rotate it around on its axis. And we're going to pick the underface of that bumper bolt and put that on the face of the collar. You don't always have to pick the arrows or the XYZ plane. You can pick the face. All right, rotate around on the pivot around and place it. There we go. All right. So now we got to put the wheels, and what we're going to do is we're going to put the wheels on first. We're going to bring the axles out, but we're going to put the wheels on first, and then temporarily hide the wheels and put the axles on. I know we first we assembled it the first time around. We assembled it first, and then we put them on. I think there's a few errors in that method, so we're going to go ahead and try to go ahead and put the wheels on first, and then put the rest of the stuff on after the wheels are on. Alright, so pick the Revolute, and we're going to attach all the wheels with the Revolute function. Spin that around. Alright, so one thing you got to watch out for is you don't want these to be too close, so we're going to offset. We're going to try a positive number first and see what happens. Looks like it went the opposite direction, so we might have to go in there and take a look. It's a little bit too close, so we're going to edit that and go the other direction. Go down to your last action, edit, and we're going to go negative 0.01. Just get a little daylight there. So do the same thing with the other wheel. And place it on there. So Revolute means it will it will rotate. Alright, so negative 0.01. So that gave a little bit of daylight. That's good. We want that. Alright, so we're going to put the axles on, but we're going to hide the wheels. Okay? So we're going to hide them temporarily, put them away, and we're going to put our axles on. We're going to use the fasten. We're not going to use the revolute. We're going to use the fasten, and we're going to use the face of that so we don't have to reach all the way into the back end of the hole there. We're just going to put it on the face and offset the Z by 0.26. X is going to go in the wrong direction, I believe. Yeah, it's not the X direction. It's going to be the Z direction. So you can test that, and it went the wrong direction. So bring that back to 0, and we're going to go to the Z, which is going to be 0.26. 0.25 is the width of the wheel, and that's going to be negative. So we want it just a little, 1/1000th of an inch gap between the axle and the wheel. And so we also have to do the back wheel. And it's still going to be a fasten. So we're going to pick the face of the axle and the face of the place we're going to put it. And it's going to be offset by rotate it around, flip it around. Offset negative 0.26 on the Z axis. Negative 0.26. Enter. Okay. And you're going to do the same thing for the other side, but instead of negative 0.26, you're probably going to use positive 0.26. Alright, so turn the wheels back on, and I kind of edited the video here, and I already put the axles in the other side. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to attach the bar to the outside of, let's see, where am I going? Got to bring the bars in. Okay, and we've got to bring in the caps as well. So the caps are more kind of an aesthetic look. They really don't offer any real function. But we're going to put those on anyway. And so what we're going to do is first we're going to make sure the bar is attached, and we're just going to hide it. So that's going to be revolute, and that's on there wrong, so we got to flip it around. There we go. Then we're going to attach the other side, and after we attach it, we're just going to click on the eyeball and hide it, and then put on our little shiny caps. There you go. All right. So we're going to put those shiny caps on there, and we're also going to repeat this on the other side. But I'm going to edit the video, and we're not going to show everything. We're just going to show one side. And then you just got to repeat the same thing on the other side. So we're going to hide that for a few seconds, and we're going to, came back, go hide it. Alright, we're going to put those shiny caps on there. So we're going to hook on the face, and we're going to select that pivot and place it. And bring that one around. Pivot and place it. Alright, then we're going to bring our arm back up and repeat this on the other side. All right. So got everything hooked up, and it does work. Because you remember that we locked down the center of the train so that we could actually move that thing around. All right, so we're going to make sure our wheels are synchronized by gear rotation. So gear 1 is going to be revolute 1, and revolute 2 is going to be the one side of the train. And if we look at it, let's see if it works here. Let's go and edit. Reverse direction. Oh yeah, reverse direction. Without that selected, it's not going to work. So get back there, and now it works. Okay. So both wheels are together. Without that, they're just going to kind of rotate independently from each other. And so now we're going to do another gear. We're going to do revolute 3 and 4, which is the other side. So we're going to go do a reverse direction and click OK. And let's go take a look at it. So now we have to hook up, do another gear, but it's going to be revolute 1 and revolute 4. We're going to hook those together so that the left and right are actually rotating at the same time. Because remember, the axles are not hooked together, so we have to make sure that we program this thing. And actually what we did is we programmed it to recognize when one side turns, the other side turns as well. All right, so we're going to unlock and then unhide the tracks, unlock the train, unhide the tracks. If we don't unlock the train, then it's going to be hard for us to put the train onto the track. So let's get the track all fixed here. And so now we're going to click on slider mate, and we're going to select the back of the track, or the beginning of the track, and we're going to select the back of the train, and that's going to be basically the starting point. Okay. All right, and we're going to do an offset on the x-axis 1, and on the y-axis 1.594. That'll bring it to the top. There we go. And it's got to be a good fit, because if it's not a good fit, then it's not going to animate. You have a hard time animating this thing. So got to make sure it fits. So if you followed all of the measurements, it should fit. And if it doesn't, then something went wrong. But all right. So we got the train on there. Now we have to animate this, and we're going to go rack and pinion, and we're going to go revolute 1 and slider, and we're going to go distance. Distance is going to be pi times diameter. Diameter is 2.25. That's the diameter of our wheels. And so one rotation is going to be 7.07 inches. Distance per revolution is 7.07. So that's one revolution. And So now we're going to animate, but we are going to, the end value is going to be 30 inches, and because we have 30 inches of track, it's going to go 30 inches and then come back and go back to the start, and it's going to continue doing that. All right. So we animate the slider, and end value, that's going to be 30. Playback type is reciprocate, and rack and pinion. All right, so we're all good to go. Make sure all your values are positive or it's not going to work. There we go. All right, so that's it. That is